You're welcome to another episode of A Talk with Ify. Today we'll be talking about how you can change your worry into thinking. Almost every one of us will worry every day. Every day we have situations, we come into situations whereby before we know it, we are already worried. And most of us also feel that worrying and thinking are the same thing. But these two things, they are very, very different, especially in their effects, especially in their end results. So I start with worrying. What does it mean to worry? I must say I was an expert at worrying. Even being a Christian, when I have problems or not, it might not be a problem. When I have situations in my life, then yes, I take them to God. I say, God, these are my problems. This is what I want you to solve for me. And what do? I take these problems back with me and I keep worrying about them. Worry is you being excited about an actual or potential problem. You understand? Worry is you being frightened. Worry is you having an unhappy feeling about something. The one that got me is worry is you being tormented. That is what worry does to you. Worry torments us. So it's time for us to stop worrying. Take this journey from being a warrior, not a warrior, down to being a thinker. Worry brings us nothing. Worry brings us some things, but they are not nice things. Worry makes you unhappy. Worry stresses you out. Worry makes you depressed. Worry makes you aggressive. Worry makes some people very slim. Someone like me, worry makes me add weight because when I'm worried, I eat. I just look for comfort in food. So worry gives you stomach upset. Worry is a sickness. Worry is a disease. Worry is not for us, but worry confronts each and every one of us every day. So what is the alternative? On the other side, we have thinking. What is thinking? Thinking is a process of you reasoning out something or you considering something. That is thinking. Most of the time we see critics, or when we hear that somebody is criticizing, we see it as a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just when you criticize unnecessarily or when you criticize without putting down a solution. But when you criticize, that means you're seeing something wrong somewhere. You have the ability to see something wrong and you go the step further to apply suggest a solution. So thinkers, they criticize. Thinkers are planners. You plan. When you're a thinker, you plan. Thinkers are very creative because they see themselves in a particular situation and they think out, they create things out of that situation to make that situation better. First of all, I must say that to worry most of the time is a reaction. Something happened, you are reacting to it. Something happened, you are feeling bad about it. Something happened, you're feeling tormented about it. Is unconscious. You do not plan to worry. Nobody plans to worry. Okay, I'm going to worry. This is my time for worrying. Nobody does that. That's the difference. While thinking, on the other side, is a conscious act. And it's an act, it's an action. You consciously tell yourself, okay, there's a situation now. What can I do about this situation? You're not carried out by the feelings of unhappiness, feelings of being frightened, feelings of being tormented. You're not carried by those feelings. You decide to act consciously on this. And like a popular actor said, he says, when you worry, you will die. When you don't worry, you will die. Why worry then? This is just telling you that to worry brings no good result. It brings no result. It brings no result. Nothing. Brings no results. While thinking on the other side helps you to solve the problem, maybe the problem at hand, maybe a future problem. That is what thinking does for you. So like I always say, when life happens, when the unexpected takes place, when a challenge, a situation which is beyond your imagination, when it happens, what do? We are going to be asking ourselves 3 questions when such situations take place. 1, can I do something about it? Then you start thinking, okay, this thing is broken. My coffee machine is broken, is spoiled, or the table is spoiled. Can I do something about it? If you feel you can do something about it, start thinking out a solution. That's the first thing you should do. Secondly, when you ask yourself, this table is broken, can I do something about it? Can anybody do something about it? And the answer is no. Please, the next thing you have to do is stop worrying. Don't even start it. Don't start worrying. Stop it. Just tell worry, no, there's nothing I can do about it, so end there. The third thing is that we find ourselves in situations we don't know if we can change it. We don't know if there's somebody else that can change it. What do we do when we don't even know the difference if we can change it or if we cannot change it? As a Christian, what I do, I pray. I pray to God, and God either leads me to the person that can help me or gives me ideas on what I can do about it. Worry in these 3 situations, worry is not an option. Worry should not be an option. I know it's easier said than done. 100% I agree with you. But when we start taking conscious actions, we reduce our unconscious reaction of worry. And that is the plan. You start taking conscious actions of thinking, you now reduce your unconscious reaction in situations that don't bring you anything. Worry doesn't bring you anything. Or like I said, it brings you only sickness and disease and depression and torments you in the night. You can't sleep because you are worried. And you're just worried like that. Because one thing that worry does, worry tells you that there is no solution. Worry tells you that is the end. Worry tells you that it is impossible. That is what worry does to us. It's not always easy. Like I said, it's easier said than done. But the more we try consciously to make these actions, the more we free ourselves, the more we set ourselves free from this torment, from this being frightened of the situation. You know, I work in a children's clinic, and sometimes we do training of when an emergency situation comes up. And sometimes what can happen when an emergency situation comes up is that you fall into maybe into shock, whereby you are freezed out. You can't do anything. You are in shock because of that situation, because of that problem. Maybe somebody fell down, or maybe somebody it can be any situation. Maybe somebody had an accident. You just fall into shock. You don't know the next thing to do. Or you fall into the situation whereby you are everywhere doing nothing. You're just going from one room to the other because you are confused, because you're just worried. The child is dying, or that the mother is dying. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's what you're just saying and going up and down, and it's not effective. Or you take out the time, take a deep breath, and decide and act and say, okay, what is my situation? What is the next thing to do? And that problem is solved because your mindset is relaxed, because your mindset is ready to act consciously. So I really wish that we all will move from being warriors to being thinkers. I would love to see myself to be a thinker, to be a problem solver, to be creative. That's the way I love to see myself. So, are you a warrior? Join our club of thinkers and let us change our destiny. Let us move closer to where we want to see ourselves. Let's live healthier lives, free from torment, free from depression, free from tummy problems because of fear, because of torment. I hate that word, you understand? So in the next episodes, I'll be talking about the effects of thinking, the effects of thinking and the different kinds of thinking. If you have time and if you are a good reader, you can read John Maxwell's book about thinking. Each of those videos, I'll be making a summary about the different kinds of thinking he mentioned. That it is changing my life. It can change your life when you intentionally and consciously decide to act differently. That's all for today. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Visit my Facebook, visit my blog and my website. Make a comment. I'll appreciate it and I'll answer to it. Till the next time with the Talk with Ify, keep it simple.